Yo, what's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to a Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte. Guys, we're taking a look today at the Edmonton Oilers re-signing their big forward, Ryan Nugent Hopkins. He signed a big contract extension with the Oilers. We'll be taking a look at that in this video. So, Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Yes, he has a long name. The former 2011 first overall pick, one of the first overall picks we saw from the Edmonton Oilers during the oil change. Ryan Nugent Hopkins, at 28 years old, going into his prime, just signed his big ticket contract. And it was with the Edmonton Oilers, so he sticks around in Edmonton. So you look at the beginning of his career, before he was drafted, he played in the Western Hockey League, so obviously the Oilers saw him play a lot. He played with the Red Deer Rebels of the WHL. Put up some really solid numbers there in his draft year, over 100 points. He came to the NHL, and he has put up a 52-point season, a 56-point season, 69, 61-point seasons, and then in this season, he put up 35 points in 25 games. Now, again, the lineup is very heavily favored toward guys like McDavid and Draisaitl, but still, Ryan Nugent Hopkins is still putting up points in Edmonton. So Ryan Nugent Hopkins signed an 8-year, $41 million contract, which comes out to $5.125 million per season. That's a great contract for Ryan Nugent Hopkins and the Edmonton Oilers. This is where Ken Holland makes a good signing. We've seen him make some bad signings in the past, but coming to Edmonton, you were really hoping he would get the opportunity to re-sign some of these guys like a Ryan Nugent Hopkins on a contract where maybe you're not making the 6 or 6.5 he probably could have gotten from Detroit, probably from LA, maybe even another team like the Coyotes, but you're staying in Edmonton for a team that can win. The Oilers could not lose Ryan Nugent Hopkins this summer and say they got better. There is no situation they would have got better. Again, there's just no situation that even happens. The goal for the Oilers is to add more scoring depth. And by getting rid of a guy like Ryan Nugent Hopkins, that is a lot that they have to re-put back throughout the lineup in terms of points. Ryan Nugent Hopkins is a huge piece to that top six for the Oilers. And it's kind of the point where you could not let him walk away. And the Oilers didn't let him walk. Like I said, last season, he had 35 points in 52 games. Not really too bad for Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Now, this is back to the 2019-2020 season, which was the last full season. He did play well. He's a really good player on the power play. So he's one of those guys where he's a good depth player, especially on the Oilers. Look at some of his other little stats here. His penalties, he's pretty good. He's a pretty disciplined player. He's good at finishing. He's 76% according to Corsi ratings. They have him listed as an 86 overall player, but this is a guy you can guarantee is going to get you between 50 to 60 points per season. That's just what he does. And Ryan Nugent Hopkins is just the right guy at the right time for the Oilers. And I think if the Oilers add a little bit more depth, and you see Ken Holland maybe make 1-2 good signings in the offseason, that could completely change the Edmonton Oilers' outlook. I mean, you look at what they have up top. You have McDavid. You have Draisaitl. You even have the development of guys like Jesse Puljujarvi, which we saw last season. You have the young guys that are continuing to come in. So, there is reason for hope. Kailer Yamamoto. So, the only problem here is, does this mean we don't see Tyson Barrie return? Now, again, obviously with Oscar Klefbom likely potentially ending his NHL career, that would be a big loss for the Oilers if they don't get another defenseman to replace Tyson Barrie next year. Now, again, you do have Philip Broberg. Does Broberg make the lineup for the Oilers next season? And eventually he could take Oscar Klefbom's role. But again, in the meantime, the Oilers want to win now. You've got McDavid, you've got Draisaitl, and they aren't getting any younger. And now you've just locked up Ryan Nugent Hopkins. So maybe because they were able to give him that 8th year, Ryan Nugent Hopkins decided, you know what, maybe I'll take, instead of making 5.5 or 6 in Detroit or LA, maybe I'll take a little bit less, but I get that 8th year. And that's what the team, again, you have to remember, the team that they are leaving from can sign them to an 8-year deal. If he went to free agency at max, he would have got a 7-year deal. That is something to keep in mind. So Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think of the Edmonton Oilers signing Ryan Nugent Hopkins to an 8-year, $41 million contract? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey and want to see the latest news around the NHL and more videos just like this one, you guys know what to do. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.